Hi guys, it's Edie's here and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be showing you guys what I have in my life journal so far. So I'm about halfway done with my life journal, and this is probably one of my favorite journals that I've created so far. And I wanted to create this video in hopes to give you some inspiration about what to include in your journal, maybe some tips and tricks along the way, as well as some journal spread ideas. So let's get started. Actually, before I flip through the pages, I do want to show you guys or talk to you guys more about this journal because I actually really love it, and I think it's going to be part of my journal notebook rotation for sure. At first I was apprehensive. This is a stone paper notebook. I was apprehensive because number one, it wasn't an Archer and Olive notebook, which is my personal favorite, but I wanted this beautiful color. When I saw it in Barnes and Nobles, I knew that that was like the color that I wanted, so I took a risk and it actually paid off. And I think this is a really good journal if you're gonna fill it up like I do, because it is very flexible and I feel like I can mold it and it doesn't seem like it's gonna burst at the seams. One thing that I don't like when I fill up my journals completely is that this part kind of breaks. So right now I just see some slight separation, but I feel like it's going to be okay, like I said, because it is very flexible. So that's one thing that I like to keep in mind when buying journals, like, is it going to break? Because if it is, I'm not going to repurchase it. I also love this bright color. It keeps me motivated and I want to just look at it, especially because how I decorated the front cover. So I definitely recommend, if you are starting a journal, really focus in and include stickers of things that you like. Maybe if you're into aesthetics, make it aesthetically pleasing. If you're really into certain shows or certain books or things like that, make it yours. Obviously that's not revolutionary advice, but I have kept it really simple for this journal and I just want to stare at it all day. These stickers here are from Martina Calvi, and I included bows and celestial elements, which are totally me right now. And I normally decorate the back and I decided not to this time. I kept it simple and I really love it, and I think that's part of the reason why I've been so consistent and so meticulous with this journal, because I really want to keep it cutesy. So I definitely recommend just thinking about your front cover, and if you don't like placements or you don't like the stickers that you've selected, you could always take them off, which is really awesome. With this kind of material, it's easy to take off the stickers if I ever wanted to. So that's definitely something that kind of keeps me motivated, and I think that's why I really love this journal. So without further notice, let's hop right into the inside of my journal. Alright, so the first spread, I love to include obviously a good theme. So you'll see a lot of red to begin with, because that's the theme that I went for, red, black, and white. And I also like to include the date that I started my journal. So it's been about 5-ish months. So I like to include when I began the journal, and at the last page I like to include when I finished it, just to keep track of time. And essentially these are my time capsules, my scrapbooks, so I really want to know what I was thinking, what I was doing, the kind of person that I was in this chapter of my life. So I always like to include a couple pictures of myself as well. On that note, I also like to include an about me, so for the same reason, what did I like, what did I dislike, what was I vibing with. I love to include that. I also plan on having a list of bucket list items that are different from my goals here, but I ended up having a separate journal spread, which you'll see in today's video. But maybe I'll do a reflection here of what was I vibing with. Next up, I also have a vision board for the year. I usually do about 2 of them a year, so I'll do it for the first half and then another one for the second half, based on whether I met my goals or if my vibe has changed. But these are my yearly goals, I will say. The only thing I switch out is probably this part. But I love this page because it helps me kind of reflect and gives me purpose. So I really like it. And looking at the goals that I have here, or the resolutions or whatever you call them, I think I'm doing really well. I am very happy to kind of come up with goals for myself. I think I'm very goal oriented, so this helps me kind of move with purpose. So, and I create these on Google Slides, and I have one for the last couple years, and my motto is I'm lucky everything was out for me, and it really does. Then I'm sure that if you watch my videos, you know about this. This is probably my favorite spread of all time. It's 2025 in pictures. I have part 1 and part 2. So I choose a picture, or I should say I print a picture out using my HP Sprocket for every month as like a favorite moment, memory, or something that I want to, have or highlight. So my first month is January, which is when I kind of had to make over my room. And then February, I got these Sandy Liang Solomon sneakers, which I'm obsessed with. I haven't printed one out for March just yet, but it will be there. And then I also have the same thing for July through December. So I love that. So one thing that I really like about this is just to, highlight some special moments in my life, as well as I can see kind of my year through pictures. And I think, sometimes pictures speak louder than words. Next up, I have a lyrics spread. I really am really into music. I feel like everybody is, right? But I get hyper fixated on certain songs. So for this round, it was Let the Light In by Lana Del Rey. I'm obsessed with that song. I actually just listened to it today, and I love to include lyrics. I just love it. I think it's simple, it's cutesy. I love it. This spread was a letting dice determine my journal spread, or decide my journal spread, and I went for Autumn in New York, Vibe, and actually those are also lyrics, or at least it's the title of a song that I really love. So I love how everything turned out. Another favorite spread of mine another spread that I really love to make every month is the monthly wrap up. So I print out pictures and I create a Receiptify playlist of the songs that I really liked at the time. Of course, Brat album is going to make it every single time, and just some fun things that I did during that time. My next one is also a really fun one. This is a Y2K playlist. Like I said, I'm really into music, so I made a list of some of my favorite songs as I was growing up in the early 2000s, and I used my little sidekick. I used to actually have this phone from T-Mobile, and I am obsessed, and I wish I still had a sidekick because I feel like nothing is better than the flip. So yeah, I just made a bunch of I listed a bunch of songs that I listened to when I was younger, and I just love the vibe that this gave. I also had a winter bucket list here. I love creating these Pinterest styled spreads. I actually made this on Canva, and I think I did everything, believe it or not, besides decorating cookies. No, I actually did decorate cookies. I didn't make a gingerbread house. So I guess I'll say decorating cookies. I didn't do that one. But it's fun to create bucket lists for seasons or months or whatever you want. I think that's always really, really cool. Then I have this wish list, which I love to create a go-to wish list. I always have things that are on my radar. And I like to create the wish list to see did I actually get it, or did I forget about it, or do I still want it? So from here, I actually got the shoes and the bracelet, and then the set from Aritzia, the flat iron, and that's about it. And if I look at it, I still want the tripod, but everything else, I don't really need. Printer maybe, but it's nothing super necessary. Sometimes, especially since I'm doing a low buy year, making a wish list like this really helps you reflect on whether the purchase is necessary or not. Next up, I have my Y2K spread, and these are actual things that I got. Actual Y2K stationery items, like this hunchback, these stickers, this Lisa Frank stickers, the magazines, this sticker here are all authentic Y2K things. So I love how this turned out, and I will definitely leave it linked in the cards because it was so fun, like buying these things and then making a spread with it. With that same magazine, I created like a who wore it better, and I just went through the J14 magazine and saw some outfits that like I would wear today. I think they're cool, or maybe I would have worn back then or wanted to wear. So I think all of these outfits are really cute. Next up, I have a Labubu spread. I'm obsessed with Labubus. I actually have this one, the sea salt coconut, as well as the green grape. And they're so adorable. I have it on my bag as a bag charm, and I use the packaging from the box and the actual blind bag to create this spread. This one's not my favorite, but the intention is there. This is a spread for a low buy like year of some things that I can't buy and some things that I could buy. Obviously, these things are pretty flexible, at least for me, and I've definitely made some conscious, careful choices while spending my money this year, for sure. Next up, we have like a 2024 overall reflection of just some of the highlights of my year. So I went to the Leica Museum in Seattle, which I love Seattle, so great. The Bat album came out, and it's probably my favorite. I'm actually going to the concert in 2 weeks, which I'm very excited. And then I went whale watching, which was beautiful. I went to the Martina Calvi event with my cousin. I went to the Melanie Martinez concert, and I went to Sleepy Hollow. And these are just some things that I achieved, and I really love how this turned out. Although this paper is not very sticky, so the things are kind of falling off. Next up, I created like a ideal day just because I wanted to see like how feasible is it for me to wake up at 3 a.m. I actually wake up anywhere between 3 to 5, so it works out, I guess. Next up, I have 2024 favorites. So I created a little zine of just some things that I really liked in 2024. Once again, very reflective, and I like to just keep, like I said, a time capsule. Fourth Wing, Brat. Here's my YouTube and my crystal shop. Some of my favorite snacks. Obviously, Poppy mentioned. Yeah, just some things that I really like doing. And yeah, I love these little zines. They're very fun. Here's a spread for December. Once again, for this like monthly reflection, I don't really write a lot. I just kind of use pictures. And then I obviously have the playlists. And actually, funny enough, there is no Brat Summer on this one, but it's still there. Part of it is in the essence. But yeah. Then this is a brain dump of just all the things that I liked around that time. Poppy, cream soda, so good. They need to bring it back. Yeah. And by the way, this is me when I was younger, and I love this shirt, and I actually found it on eBay, and I was debating whether or not I should get it. Next up is my style mood board. I don't know, there's something about me and red and black, like I just love red and black together, or just like red. So I've been trying to like lean into that more because I really only wear neutrals, but I've been getting a little bit of red things here and there, and it's been working out for me, so I'm happy about that. Next up is another favorite of mine, which is a dopamine menu. I have a whole video about this, but it's just basically things that make you happy that you can choose from. So appetizers, entrees, sides, desserts, and specials. And this one's so cute. I actually replicated something that I saw on Pinterest, so it's not my idea at all, but I think it's so cute. I definitely, though, added my own little dopamine menu things, but the whole idea and the aesthetic of it was definitely not mine. But it's so cute, and I love it, and, you know, self-care is so important. Next up, I did like a junk journal. This was based on a Martina Calvi theme, and it was just like dual colors. So I did black and blue. And that is so cute. Then I have a cute what's in my bag. These are just like things that I thought were cute or things that I really like. Next up, I have the January spread. I don't really love this one, but it is what it is. Here it is. Brat Summer mentioned. And these are just some things that I liked that month. I started doing these, which was inspired by someone on Instagram. And I love this spread. I love the February one. And I kept it within the same theme, like pink and red. This is stuff I've been loving lately, which is really fun. Brat mentioned. And yeah. Another Sandy Liang mention here as well. I love these sneakers so much. Like, you guys don't even know it. I'm not even like a pink person, but I don't know. There's something about it. I love Sandy Liang. Maybe that's why. Here's like a junk journal spread. Here's the February monthly wrap up, which I really actually love. And let's see. Do I have Brat album? Well, I have Charlie XCX. There it is. One thing that I really love this month is actually I fell in love with kombucha, and then also I got a Hotch alarm, and that was really fun. Here's like a March vision board. And then here's my 30 before 30. I checked off some things already because I've already planned them. For example, Hawaii, buy something designer. I bought the Sandy Liang shoes. Go to a concert. I'm going to the Charlie XCX concert. I went thrifting, and there's some things that, you know, I still have time to do. I have a couple months left. Then I have my March spread. I actually filmed me making this, but I didn't really like how it turned out, so I'll just show it to you now. Charlie XCX mention, and yeah, I tried a new poppy flavor, the Alpine Blast. That was good. And had some like pictures of my niece and my nephew when they were babies. I was looking through like my old photos. That was fun. Then I have my April vision board, which once again I didn't really love how it turned out, but it's okay. These are the things I want to do in April. So I want to do an aura picture, like get that taken. I'm definitely going to the Jelly Cat Diner. And yeah, I want to be more fit and like join the gym. I actually got a walking pad, so I don't need to go to the gym. But yeah, and I also got an aura ring, which is good for like fitness and all that stuff to keep me motivated. And that's pretty much it. I still have, like I said, the other half to finish, but let me know which was your favorite spread. Hopefully I gave you some tips and you got some inspiration from this video today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.